I'm Tom Bizant's Mr. Numbers, playing with pattern play math and playing with numbers and having fun. And hopefully that'll be the way it'll be taught more and more. And I'm really excited this morning. To me, this idea that I've been kind of playing with has been just developing and developing. And I like it that you're here, Vernice, because I know you have young and older kids. And I am going to play with a whole range of the easy times table because the easy times table is a great foundation. It's like, oh, that's how numbers work. And I use the simple number language with it, and the combination is just, I think, really wonderful to get any young kids, any young kids or any kids that are lost, they can just start over with this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to my slideshow first, just the ones and twos, because the easy times table is really based on the ones and twos. And if you really play with the ones and twos, it's comfortable. You can't go wrong. You know, kids don't get confused with the ones and twos, and yet you can see patterns on those ones and twos and create anything you want, all the way up and down the line. So we'll start with the ones. Create the ones and twos with the included worksheets with your kids. Notice the ones and twos both have a dotted line going down the middle, separating the ones and tens digits. Watch how to do it and then do it with your kids. Because it's the easy way to do it. And with the ones, you just start in. I like this, like the easy times table starts with one of the ones. And with this, I'm starting with 0. Because really, when you start with numbers, you start with none. And then you go to 1. Numbers start with none. How many you got? I don't have any. Now I have 1. Now I have 2. Now I have 3. Now I have 4. Now I have 5. And on and on. So I think that's really important and valuable to see that. And then you can continue on that 0 to 9. You just repeat that 0 to 9 and all the way down, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9. And I've got 2 columns here of ones because I want to get to higher numbers with it. So just like the easy times table, and this is helpful for any of you who don't know the easy times table, this is how you create the easy times table. You start with the ones, with the 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, the ones digits of the ones. And the pattern is simple. It's just 0 to 9. Really, really easy. And then what you do is you put a 1 in front of the first 0. And I like to do different colors. And then a 2 in front of the second 0. And then a 3 in front of the third, 4 in front of the fourth, 5 in front of the fifth. It's really nice to see how simple it is to create, because the more kids can trust it and depend on it and see how simple it is, the more they can play with the patterns once they've established the ones and the twos maybe. So here we just created, just like the easy times table. So again, if you haven't done the easy times table, this is just how you create the ones and twos in the easy times table. From the 1 to the 2 in the tens, you created 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, like that. And now you just fill in the ones. And then you have 8, 9, 10, 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10, 6, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, 2 tens, or 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And let kids go either way with that, whatever they're comfortable with. But the 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3 is a lot easier and clearer for kids to do it. So now we fill in all of the ones, the tens of the ones digits. So all of a sudden we're down to 60, all right, or 58 here. And it's an even spaced number line going right down the line, evenly spaced, and all the numbers are there. And because they're created with patterns, kids don't miss a number. If they start doing straight numbers, they'll do 22, 23, 26, 27, they'll miss numbers or double numbers or do something that throws it off. This way they make it because they're using patterns, it works out for them. So now we're starting the 2s. And it's just 0, again, starting with 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And you go all the way down with that. Just that 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's all you're doing with it. And then you, just like the 1s digits, put a 1 in front of the first 0, 2 in front of the second. They're a lot more common because there's only 5 numbers here, and there were 10 in the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and actually there's 110 down there in this one that we're working with today. And then you fill in all the numbers, and obviously this is, you know, the 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, filling those in, and you have a blank, and they're done all the way to 60 and 120. And that gives you just a huge range to play with. Have kids create themselves the 1s and 2s all the way down. So they have it themselves. If they've created this themselves, what I'm showing you here, then it means a lot more to them. And if they create it with the patterns, meaning 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that, then and then 1 in front of the first 0, 2 in front of the second, 3 in front of the third, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, like, so they're creating it from patterns. Then they won't make a mistake on it, or you can help them if you're working with them, if they do, but usually they won't make a mistake if they're doing it totally from patterns. And the 1s and 2s are really easy, and the kids trust the 1s and 2s. So that's what we're really focused on here. 2s. If we are adding, you can double any number. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Most of you have seen this from the easy times table, but if you haven't, 6 plus 6, once you've created the 1s and 2s next to each other, 6 plus 6 is 12. 13 plus 13 is 26. 18 plus 18 is 36. 22 plus 22 is 44. So 25 plus 25 is 50, but also 25 times 2 is 50. So you're getting into multiplication with all these, and you're able to go up to, up to over 100 when you're talking about, 50 times 2 is 100. So when you've expanded the 1s and 2s table next to each other, it's just such a wonderful thing to do. So you can go back, 18 times 2 is 36. 13 doubled is 26. 6 times 2 is 12. So all of these are working back and forth. And of course, you can do the other way too. So what's half of 16? 8. I'll do a different color for division here. Although it's visually, it's the same thing. You can just see you can go back and forth with this. So 32 divided by 2 is 16. It's right there for you. 54 divided by 2 is 27. Now you also can do things like, if you want to divide by 4, you can do 36 divided by 2 is 18. Then you find 18 and you divide that by 2 and you got 9. So 36 divided by 4 is 9. You see how you can play, with this and just create all kinds of different stuff with it. So that's a whole world in itself. And I'm going to leave that for right now. And so here is it just with the 2s. Okay, so you can just create the 2s and do it that way. Well, let's just actually play with the 1s just a touch here. So if we do that, we can do the same thing actually with this. And I'm just going to, for the 1s, so let's just we do our ... 3, right? So ... 6, ... 9, ... 12, ... 15, and you can actually just circle them here. ... 18, ... 21, and you're actually creating the 3's times table. You see how you do that? And if you come down every other one, skip that one and do this one, then 6, 12, 18, 24, and there's another triangle. So just like that, we're creating the 3s and 6s. Pattern play math is about patterns, visual patterns. So we're going to recreate the 3s again real fast, and we're going to add on both number wheels and tic-tac-toe squares and show you patterns there. Dot, dot, or every third one, 21. I'll have to get you involved in this. 24, 27, and then 30 is up here. So the ones digits over here are 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7, and then 0. And of course, also that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's really good and helpful for kids to really look at that and play with that. Play with that tic-tac-toe square and this together. And of course, if you do it over here, it's 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7, 0. Oh, can they do that? So it's fun for kids and you're actually just skipping by 3s going around. So the other way to look at this then is, remember 3, 2, 1, starting that and then adding 3s. Because really when you add 3 to 9, it takes you to 12, but with the ones digits, 10, 2, it's just 2. And then from 8 plus 3, 9, 10, 10, 1. Again, you're just, with the ones digits, it's just 10, 1 drops down to 1. So 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, and 1, 4, 7, and then 0. And those are all the numbers that allow you, okay, we're good, allow you to, from any number, you can add 3. So from 8, it's going to take you to 10, 1 or 11. Adding 3s on the tic-tac-toe square is easy, but now we'll go to adding 7s on the tic-tac-toe square. From 4 to 7. Well, that's real nice, but the other way that we want to play with today is if we play with the 7s, okay? So we go 7. And again, you can do, actually you can go to 10 minus 3, takes you to 7, all right? Minus 3 first, plus 10, 4, 10, 4. See how much easier that is than 4 to 14? It really is simpler. And then minus 3 takes you down to 11, plus 10 takes you to 21. You're creating the 7s times table. Minus 3 to 8, plus 10 takes you to 28. Okay? Minus 3 takes you to 25, plus 10 takes you to 35. Minus 3, 32, plus 10, 42. Minus 3, 39, plus 10, 49. Minus 3, 46, plus 10, 56. See how simple that is? And the thing is, the more ways they do it, and again, we do it, let's do it over here first. So we have, it's actually 7, 4, 1, 8, 5, 2, 9, 6, 3, and 0. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look that way. Now, the other way to do it is to go, okay, so it starts from 7, 8, 9. And then each one subtracts 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So you can add 7 to any number because that covers all 10 digits. So whatever number you want to add 7 to, if you add 7 to 24, it's going to end in 1. If you add 7 to any number ending in 8, it's going to end in 5. So 741-852-9630. And of course, you can go backwards 3 on the number wheel. So you go 7 minus 3, 14, 10, 4, minus 3, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. Each of them are going back 3, and it's the same thing as the 7s because you're subtracting 3 rather than adding 3, starting and ending at 0. So that's how that works. You can tell I'm really excited about this. This actually really came together yesterday. Just in all the ways that this is helpful, just to play with the 1s and 2s. You can play with the 1s column or the 2s column just by themselves. And just see that if you are doing something like the 8s, so 10 minus 2 is 8, then you can really see it's just going down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you've already cut. And again, this is even and odd number. This is the even numbers. So the numbers in between are the odd numbers. And then you can also do the 1s, and you can just do the odd numbers if you want in another table. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 32, 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. And again, also you can just do, now you're going back 2 because you can jump to 10 and back 1. So there's just so many different ways. So have kids, challenge kids. How many ways can they jump by 8? It's just really, really fun and exciting to play with that and see how that can work for them. And if you do something like the 6s, let's do the 4s. So we do 4, and then, oh, look at that. It's every other one. The 4s are every other one on here. Well, that's real easy. Okay. Boom. You just did the 4s times table like that. And it's easy, great place for kids to learn the times table. And look at this. Every other 4 is an 8. Oh, cool. Okay. Now, if you do those 4s, then the 1s digits are 4, 8, 12, 10, 6, and 20. And they create the star. So you can lead them from there to creating the stars over there. Have fun with that. Have a great time doing that. And then I'm just going to do one more with the 6s, because the 6s then are 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3 is 10, 2. 1, 2, 3 is 10, 8. 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. Every third one. You're just going down every third one and creating the 6s. And of course, so let's just do that over here. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and good. We created the star again. Now, you can also, the 12s, if you want kids want to learn the 12s times table, well, every other 6 is a 12. So you can actually just go down and do 12, 24, 36, and it's going to be
so
8.
excuse me?
Yeah.
Is all the multiplications are going to be stars?
No. The 4s and
okay.
And the 2s and 8s are going to be the pentagon. This one. This is the 2s and the 8s.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
I just got a little ahead of myself and got excited. Like, oh my gosh.
and then the ones, are of course are just going around like this. But the nines are just 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, just going the other way around. So all the numbers that add up to 10 use the same pattern backwards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a playground for the one.
Yes, it is.
It is. Let's start with the tens again. First of all, use the simple number language for the tens. So you do 10, 2t or 210. Whoop, there you go. 3t or 310, 4t, t for tens, 40 or 40, it sounds the same, 5t or 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So the tens, the decades become so much easier. It really helps a lot to use the simple number language for doing it. So now, the thing is, I'm going to use a different color here. You can do the tens from any number here once you've really looking at the patterns with it. So say we go from 1. All right. We go from 1, well, we find the next 1. We've jumped 10. And it's 10, 1. So it's real easy to say and do. Then we do 2t1. And then 3t1, 4t1, 5t1, 6t1. So it's real easy to do those. So it's real easy to jump tens, and it's pretty obvious, but I think it really helps to be able to just really see, how, and let's do fives. So 5 and 10, 5, rather than 15 and then 25, you're changing the decades around, and it gets really confusing to kids. So simple number language allows you to do 5, 10, 5, 2d5, and again, you can do 25, 35, 45. Let's just do that now, because if you start kids out with the simple number language, it helps them. But for adults, and most of you are adults that want to help kids, use the 25, 35, 45, 55, because now you've got the decade first in all of them. And so it allows you to do that, doing it. Now, the other thing that I just want to really play with the ones and twos is the importance of being able to add with that and multiply, all with this ones and twos. That's why this is such an important one. Okay. So let's look at this in that way. So add 10, real easy to do, right? Because we did that. And subtract 1 goes to 9. Add 10, or subtract 1, go to 8. And then add 10 goes to 10, 8. You see how that is? The more the kids play on the ones and twos, they're learning basic math functions, but they're not necessarily realize that they're learning math, is what somebody said last week, that their kids are doing. So you go down to 7 and then add 10 to 27, and you're adding nines. Sorry, you couldn't quite get there. Good. Okay. Go down to 26, add 10 is 36. Go down 1 to 35, add 10 is 45. You're adding nines by doing it, and you can do that from any number. So you don't have to just add nines. For instance, let's just take 12. I'm going to use a different color here. So 12, if you want to add 9 to it, subtract 1, you add 11 and jump your 10, is 21. You've just added 9. to that. So let's do something over here. Let's do 33 and add 9 to 33. Subtract 1 to 32 and jump your 10. And your answer is 42. So you can do that. Now, let's actually do some 8s here. So I'm going to do an orange. So let's just do 10 minus 2 is 8. Okay. Now, add 10. I actually subtract 2. So the more you do this, so if you do this with the worksheets you have the simple number language sheet that you can add 8s and 9s to, and you can also do it on this sheet, and see, some kids are going to respond to different ways. So it's really good to do that. So subtract 2 and add 10, and you're at 16. Subtract 2 and add 10. And it's like a board game. Can you see? Whoops. I want to have you see the whole board here. 24. Subtract 2 and add 10 takes you to 32. Subtract 2 to 30, add 10 to 40. You can actually do 50, subtract 2 to 48. There you go. 40, subtract 2 to 38, goes down to 48. Subtract 2 to 46, goes to 56. And then you could continue on. Now you've created the 8s times table. The kids have created it themselves by doing this. There's just so many ways to play on this so that kids trust it. If they're playing and they're creating it, and they can find a different way to do it, and they can show you some stuff, then you've got a whole new world going. So let's add 8s from a couple other numbers. Let's just do 6. And I'll use a different color here. Let's use a blue. So let's go to a different number. Let's do 14 plus 8. Okay, so go down 2 to 12 or 10 to, and add 10 is 22. You've just added 8 by subtracting 2 and add 10. Let's do another one from 22. Go down to 20 and add 10, takes you to 30. So it's really easy to add any number. I'd like to hear your thoughts about this.
I think it's wonderful. It makes sense. And little light bulbs are going on as to, oh, I can definitely say this and she's going to pick up on this. It's facts that I'm afraid she's missing some pieces, but then I see exactly how I can help her get those pieces. It also puts in that skip counting, because we were just teaching just skip counting just for like song and rote memory, but there was really no real work for it. But now it actually shows how the application works. And this page was so interesting because I hadn't got to this part yet. And it was so interesting to see how you separated the odds and the evens. And there's a whole nother lesson right there to teach her odds and evens and how they play on each other. And I was like, okay, yes. So I'm super excited about, we play your number game. We play the number game very easy inside the house on a dry erase board, and we just go around the circle and we're counting, and this actually then stretches it out a little bit. So I'm so happy. And she just asked me, and I said, oh, I got to go on a Zoom call today because I got to learn some more math. And she said, but are we going to play the number game or not? I already set up the circle. And so she gets the circle all set up and she's ready to play. And so we try to play that every day.
Thanks. We're out of time, and we'll see you next week.